Hello all, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, Bride of Chucky from 1998. It's directed by Ronnie Yu and stars Jennifer Tilly and Brad Dourif. Here we are, finally. A Child's Play film that fully embraces the comedy of its ridiculous premise. Yes, there was some humor in Child's Play 2, but the humor on display in that film pales in comparison to the humor in Bride of Chucky. I really like this installment in the Child's Play franchise, which is good because I had lost all faith in the franchise after the disaster that Child's Play 3 was. But the creative team went away for 7 years and licked their wounds and came back better than ever with this film in 1998. The biggest addition to the Chucky lore, of course, is obsessive one-time girlfriend of Charles Lee Ray, Tiffany, played to perfection by Jennifer Tilly. Nobody else could have done Tiffany justice like Jennifer Tilly does, so I'm glad casting absolutely nailed that role down. Bride of Chucky is directed by Ronnie Yu, who would a couple years later direct Freddy vs. Jason, which I had an opportunity to help pen a draft for, but declined, and that's a whole story we'll share in a later review. For now, it's Bride of Chucky. Don Mancini returns to write the script, which isn't too much of a surprise as he's written every Child's Play film so far. There is this weird thing where the film is trying to piggyback off of Scream 2, as can be seen in the similar poster design, but it's also really prevalent in the score for Bride of Chucky, because a lot of it sounds like Margot Beltrami's work on Scream 2 specifically, not to be confused with Scream 1. The reason that's weird is because Margot Beltrami didn't do the score, Graham Revell did. But his score sounds so heavily inspired by Beltrami's work on Scream 2 that it'd be really easy to confuse the two. I know that I did. And while on the subject of music, the particular song has been overplayed in films ever since, so it's easy to forget that Rob Zombie wrote and performed his song Living Dead Girl as an original track for the opening titles of this film. We also gotta talk about the gay character being done a disservice by being splattered by an oncoming semi instead of getting to be killed by Chucky or Tiffany. It's only slightly offensive. I'm aware that the joke is that gay characters don't die at the hands of the slasher and slasher films, partially because they're usually the killers, but I don't know, it just feels spiteful to have him become semi-soup instead of seeing him get to be killed by the antagonists. But the good news is he's a positive portrayal of a gay character, so I guess in the end it evens out. I'm giving Bride of Chucky an A-, and tomorrow we reach the peak of Chucky's brilliance with Seed of Chucky. See y'all then.